Morning to all. Welcome back to today's science class, and today we are going to start our third lesson in this 11th block, and its name is how can we preserve food. How can we preserve food? And the aim of this lesson is to explain how some common ways of preservation prevents spoilage of food. And in the previous class, we already learned that the spoiling of food, mainly it is caused by the growth of microorganisms. And these microorganisms, how they means the favorable conditions in which microorganisms can grow, that is mainly moisture, air and warmth. Okay, and with the presence of this condition, they will get the nutrients to grow. Okay, so what we need, if we need to preserve the food from spoiling, we should avoid such kinds of conditions, right? Yes. And today's class, we are also going to study or are going to learn that how can we avoid such situations and how can we preserve the food or protect the food from the spoiling, right? Okay, so normally in our home, if we are buying the milk or if we are, how we are storing the milk? First of all, we should boil it. After that, we are storing it in refrigerator and all. And at the same time, in your home, we know that normally in lunch and dinner, we are eating the rice, right? Yes. And they will be, we can consider two ways, uncooked rice and cooked rice. Okay, uncooked rice stay for a long period of time without spoiling. Is it right? When we are buying or when we brought the rice to our home and we are not buying the means we normally brought the rice for 1 month like that, 10 kg or 15 kilograms we are buying, right? Yes. For 1 day use we need at most 1 kg or like that. So that time the cooked rice and uncooked rice. Cooked rice, there is a chance of spoiling fastly, but uncooked rice can remain there for a long period of time. Is it right? Yes. In this table, you can see the case of rice in different ways. That means in this table, you can see that uncooked rice and second one cooked rice kept outside, and cooked rice kept in refrigerators, and cooked rice covered with oil and kept outside. So its appearance after 2 to 3 days, appearance after 1 week. So that reason means we can actually easily, by looking it, we can easily predict there. In the case of uncooked rice, they can, means this uncooked rice can, there is no moisture, so it can stay fresh for a long period of time. But the rice which is cooked rice kept outside, there easily it contains an moisture and easily and kept outside, so presence of air, so easily they can in this cooked rice kept outside, easily it promote the growth of microorganisms. And cooked rice kept in refrigerator stays fresh for sometimes due to low temperature. And rice covered with oil will also stay fresh as it does not comes in contact with the air, that are microorganisms. Okay, so this keeping food in the refrigerators and putting our food prevents it from getting spoiled. Okay, so when we are considering it, okay, if we are applying the above methods to other foods like that, what are the things we said? We already covered case means we place the uncooked, we consider it uncooked rice, and cooked rice is kept outside, and the third one is cooked rice we placed in refrigerators and covered with the, and fourth one is covered with the oil. So that way there is some changes, it can stay for some more time, like that we discussed a long period of time. And So like the same way, can we preserve the other food? Is it possible or not? What do you mean by preservation of food? First we can define the definition of preservation of food. Okay, preservation of food is a process in which it slows down the growth of microorganisms for a period of time. Okay, how can slows down the growth of microorganisms? That means it can avoid the favorable conditions in which microorganisms can grow. Okay, if we are doing this preservation of food, then that kinds of food lasts for a long period of time. And at the same time, when we are learning about the cultivation of crops, there will be an seasonal crops are there, means seasonal foods. Okay, kharif, rabi crops we discussed. So seasonal foods are there. If we can preserve it, if we are preserving such kinds of seasonal food, that food we can use for a whole year. Okay, seasonal food already raining season or some means winter season we are cultivating, and like that we are discussed. Okay, so that food, this seasonal food is available only in that season, but for a good preservation, good methods of preservation, if we are accommodating time, we can use such kinds of seasonal foods for a long period of time. Okay, and at the same time we know that in our place we are eating various kinds of food, means in our home also different kinds of food we are eating, but all that kinds of food we are not cultivating in Kerala itself. We are getting it from other states of India. Okay, and like onion and all, when we are considering time, some other vegetables, fruits, these all are transported from far places to our places. And from our place, what all the things we are cultivating, that also we can transport to other places. So what will happen, that we will get such kinds of food from different places by the proper preservation of the food. And now we can discuss the methods of preservation. Okay, so first method when we are considering time, that is drying. Okay, first method is drying. First one is drying. Drying means that to avoid the moisture we have to spread the food items, like if we consider about fruits, vegetables and meats, and these all kinds of food items spread on a floor, means like in the presence of sun. Okay, so that time this drying helps to avoid the moisture in that food. Okay, so that microorganism can't able to grow. That is the first techniques in which we can use, means normally when we consider about drying is one of the method of preserving food to remove the moisture from the food. Okay, if we remove the moisture, then that food becomes dry, and these microorganisms are not getting the moisture for their growth. Again, I remember you that the favorable conditions in which microorganisms to grow or it can make a food to spoil are actually the moisture, warmth and air. If we remove or if we avoid such favorable condition, they can't able to grow. So we can preserve the food for a long period of time. And second one is freezing. Second one is freezing. Okay, what is freezing? Normally that is one of the common method in which we can preserve the food. How can we? Normally in our home, if we are making the food, if any balance or if we are if excess food is remaining, then what we will do? We will keep it in the fridge, and not only the cooked foods, we can use the vegetables, fruits, meat, chicken, fish, like this meat items, everything, and milk also we can kept in refrigerators. That is considered as freezing. And at the same time, some perishable foods are there. For example, the foods that we actually kept in freezers, that are chicken, fish, meat and milk products. These all the things we have to place with, means it require very low temperature, means for its preservation. So that is considered as perishable food items. Okay, compared to vegetables and fruits, they requires very low temperature. Okay, and this freezing is actually you can easily understand, because we are normally nowadays everything, if we make any kinds of food item, if we makes cooked rice, if it is there any balanced food items are there after we are eating, then also if balance food cooked food items like cooked rice, curries and all, this we are actually kept in refrigerators. That is also one of the method of preservation, that is considered as freezing. And not only this cooked food we are placing there, we can use the fruits, vegetables, these all those things we can kept in refrigerators. It's a common methods of preservation. And third one is salting. Third one, salting. Salting means that we just sprinkle the salt in the food items, so that time what will happen, it avoid the moisture in that food. It can avoid the moisture present in that food. In this picture also you can see that how does this salting occurs. That means here in this picture lemon, you can see in your content book already here it is given. This slows down the growth of microorganism. Mangoes, lemon and other fruits and vegetables can be preserved by this method. Salting fish before freezing if further helps to increase the time it can stay fresh. Okay, so that's all about this salting. Salting means we just sprinkle, we just spread the salt in these kinds of lemon, mangoes, vegetables we can spread, so that time this will avoid the moisture present in the salt can easily remove the moisture which is present in that particular food items. Okay, and third one is vacuum packing. Sorry, fourth one, vacuum packing. Vacuum packing means that in the absence, vacuum means that we have to use some kinds of plastic. We are placing the food items in a plastic covers and all. So that time the air is sucked out. In this picture also you can see here, that means the vacuum packing machines you can see, and some food items that how does it packing. And if we consider about food is put in a plastic packets and the air is sucked out, this keeps the microorganisms away and helps to preserve the food items. And normally like nuts, pulses, vegetables and fruits last longer when we store in vacuum packs. Okay, vacuum packs means that normally that means by using and machines we are, means in that case already I told you that the another condition to avoid the air, means air is also one of the reason for the growth of microorganism. For that we have to use an vacuum packing. In vacuum packing that air we can, means that air can't able to enter, so that food item we can preserve on that basis. And the next one, that is our fifth method. Fifth method, that is fifth one is canning. Fifth one is canning, and that also you can see in your text content book that vacuum packing, food is put in sealed cans or jars and heat is applied. This destroys microorganisms that spoil food, fruits, vegetables, fruit juices, pickle, cheese, butter, meat and fish that generally canned or boiled. Okay, that is considered as canning. We are using some plastic containers or jars to keep the food. Normally we know that when we are going for the any kinds of shops and all, we can see some packed food items. So that is considered as canning. And sixth one is adding preservatives. Adding preservatives. Okay, adding preservatives. Adding preservatives means that there are two kinds of preservatives, that are natural and artificials. When we are making the pickles and all, we are using some natural preservatives, like if we consider about in the case of pickles, we are adding some more amount of vinegar and salt. These all that are that we can consider as a natural. Adding preservatives, we can use the natural preservatives to avoid these kinds of spoiling of food. And artificial preservatives in this sense, normally and sugar also we can add in the case when we consider about the case of jam. For making the fruits jam and all, we are adding more and more amount of sugar into it, right? Yes. And at the same time, if we consider sauce items, tomato sauce, soya sauce, like these sauces are there. And in the case of jams, for such and some kinds of juices in bottle, we will get some, we are fruity like these juices. Okay, so in that cases we are using an artificial preservatives. Artificial preservative means it contains chemicals. Okay, and our last one, seventh way or types of preservation is pasteurization. Pasteurization. In the case of pasteurization, it actually happens in sometimes when we are buying the milk like Milma from means packed milks. When we are buying time, it's in the cover, that plastic covers, there will be one sentence like pasteurized milk. That means we boil the milk at high temperature and we cooled it suddenly. That is considered as pasteurization. Okay, and that is considered as pasteurization. This pasteurization, and in the beginning I told you that how we are storing the milk in our home, and we will boil it. After that we are stored in refrigerator. So that's the same way. Pasteurized milks means that boil the milks at high temperature and suddenly it cooled and stored. That is considered as pasteurization. Are you clear? And when we consider, we already discussed various types of preservation, and if we are doing such kinds of preservation, it can means that preservatives do not change its color, taste, texture and all, but in sometimes there is a change in like this kinds of color, texture. Some cases it may happen. So that's all about how can we preserve the food. We can preserve the food in these 7 ways. We can preserve the food, and in our aim is actually to explain how some common ways by preservation prevent the spoilage of food. That common ways only we discussed. So now we can discuss our workbook. Okay, S3, how can we preserve the food? First one, which will spoil faster and why? A. Dry raisins. B. Raisins soaked in water and kept outside. And third one, raisins soaked in water and kept in refrigerators. Which one there is more chance of getting spoiled? That is B. Raisins soaked in water and kept outside. Why? Because we soaked in water raisin, so moisture is there, and kept outside, air is also present. So two favorable conditions in which these microorganisms can grow. So first, that spoil, the raisin soaked in water and kept outside spoil faster. Why? Because it easily gets moisture and air for the microorganisms to grow, or microorganisms can easily get the moisture and air. And B, there is 2 sub-questions are there. How does drying helps raisins to remain fresh for a longer time? that is drying. We already discussed that, to remove the moisture. Okay, so when we drying the raisins, so that time that moisture, we remove the moisture, so it avoid the microorganisms to grow, so they can stay fresh for a long period of time. And B, why do we keep raisins in airtight containers? That means to avoid airtight containers. That time there is no air can enter into it. So they can, means these raisins are free from these microorganism, because microorganism requires air also for their growth. But if we are keeping it in an airtight containers, then microorganisms will not spoil the raisins. Then third question, a packet of milk was labeled pasteurized milk. How is pasteurized milk different from normal milk? Pasteurized milk means that it is actually boiled at a high temperature and cooled it suddenly. That is considered as pasteurized milk. This pasteurized milks, this pasteurization helps the milks to fresh for a long time. But normal milk, they can't able to, I already told you that, means if we consider normal milk, there will be some warmth is there, so there is a chance of spoiling. But if we consider pasteurized milk, we boiled and cooled it suddenly. Okay, so they can fresh for it. Like fourth question in S3, can fresh vegetables and fruits are stored in airtight containers for a long period of time, like uncooked pulses and rice? Why or why not? If we consider fresh fruits and vegetables, we can't able to contain place it in an airtight containers for long period of time. So first you have to write there no, because if we consider the fresh, normally the fruits and vegetables we can place by canning, that already we discussed, but we apply the heat into it. Okay, so that time it avoid the microorganisms, or it may kills the microorganisms. But in this case, it is given fresh vegetables and fruits, we placed it on airtight containers, that we like this uncooked dry pulse and rice. Here already mentioned dry pulse and rices. Okay, so fresh items we can't able to do in such a way, we can't able to do, means if we are placed it in an airtight containers for a long period of time, there is a chance of spoiling. Okay, because this fresh fruit somewhat there is an moisture is present. Okay, so microorganisms can, if we place it in airtight containers, even though moisture is there, so they can easily grow and it leads to the spoiling of that food. Okay, so that's all about our third lesson, and now we can move on to our fourth lesson, that is preservation techniques. And that techniques already we discussed, and the aim of this lesson to choose the best preservation methods for given food items. So when we are discussing about this concept, we can just conclude in our third lesson, because it is actually same as the third lesson. We just find out the food items that we can discuss on the basis of our workbook answers. So in this lesson, means normally that we should understand that what is the need of preservation. Preservation is mainly for loss, or we have to we can use the food items for a long period of time if we are preserving it properly. So preservation means that to avoid the favorable conditions in which microorganisms can grow in an food item, in various food items. And at the same time preservation means the preservation of foods helps to transport the regional foods from one place to other food, because some of the foods we know that each and every kinds of crops, they require some favorable climate for their growth, right? Yes, so all kinds of food items we can't able to we can't able to cultivate in Kerala, so we have to depend the other states for our food. Okay, and like the same way in the beginning already I told you that, so these regional foods can transport to far off places, and at the same time we can say that we will get the seasonal food in an whole year by suitable preservation. And at the same time I told you that in some of the cases, if we are doing this preservation, sometimes means in this preservation various ways we discussed, and if the preservation adding for preservatives also we discussed. So while preserving means if we preserve the food items and all, sometimes there is a chance of change in color, texture and all, but most of the cases there is no change in color, texture, smell and all. But when it will be changes, that is mainly because of when we are using these artificial preservatives. So that time there is a chance of changing the color, taste and smell of that particular items or that particular food. For example, when we are considering time the sauce, jam, okay, in that case we are using these artificial fertilizers, sorry, artificial preservatives. Okay, and in the case of natural preservatives, its example is vinegar, sugar, salt. All those things are example of natural preservatives, and artificial preservatives are actually chemicals. Okay, that can change the smell, texture and color of that particular item, that particular food items. Okay, so in this lesson we need to understand already when we are considering these different kinds of food, means preservating techniques. So that time we learn that what all the food we are using. Here choose the best preservative methods for the given food item. So drying, normally which food items we are using drying, that means the vegetables, fruits, that all the things we can use the drying. And freezing, when we consider about the freezing, freezing is mainly we can place the food in the refrigerators and all, like chicken, meat, non-veg items, milk products, that all we can placed in refrigerator, that is freezing. Salting, we just sprinkle the salt into the food items like mango, lemon, vegetables and all. Then vacuum packing, by using an vacuum machines we can store the food and means air can remove it easily, that is considered as vacuum packing. There is no air present inside the food item. Then canning means that we have to place the food items in a container and heat is applied. When we heat applying time, what will happen? It helps to, okay, this heating will kill the microorganism which is already present in that food items. Then we can store it. For example, the same way we can use the case of various kinds of vegetables, fruits and nuts, that all the things. And adding preservatives. Adding preservatives means that we can use natural or artificial preservatives, like when we are preparing the sauce and juices, jam, and at the same time pickle and all, we can use the preservatives. Then pasteurization, mainly it happens in milk. Now we can discuss our workbook S4, and in the first one, name any two food item that can be preserved by salting. First one is salting. Salting already we discussed, that is for lemon, mangoes and all we can use salting. Then next one is B, refrigerating. Refrigerating mainly cooked food, vegetables, and when we consider vegetables, fruits, these all we can consider refrigerating. Freezing, chicken, meat and fish, that we can consider as freezing. And next one is vacuum packing. Vacuum packing is mainly for nuts, pulses, vegetables and fruits. Vacuum packing. Then next one is canning. Okay, Canning example, already we learned that fruit juices, pickles, cheese, these all we can used for such kinds of things we can use canning. Then that's all about our first question answer. And second one, what will be the most appropriate methods to preserve apple for a week? For a week, apple we can store in refrigerator. So we can write there refrigerating. An apple for an year. Apple for an year. Apple for an year. There is canning. Canning. Okay. This canning. Then almond for a month. Almond for a month we can place it tight containers. Tight containers. Then almond for 6 months. Vacuum packing. For 6 months, vacuum packing. Then third question, raw mangoes can be preserved by salting and pickling. And what are these two methods of preservation occurs? Salting means what? Just we have to spread the salt. It avoid the moisture. And pickling means what? We are using actually for a more amount of oil, and for pickling we are adding more amount of oil into it. So that is pickling is actually by using these preservatives. Okay, that is in the case of salting we just sprinkle the salt into it to avoid the moisture, and in the case of pickling we are using more amount of oil. That is the difference. And fourth question, label on many packaged foods reads contains added preservatives. What does this mean? What is the role of preservatives in these packaged foods? Contains added preservatives. So which means that it contains some kinds of artificial preservatives into that particular package. And what does it mean? It contains artificial or preservatives to avoid the spoiling of food. What is the role of preservative in these packaged food? To avoid the spoiling of food. Okay, so that's all about our two lessons, and in these two lessons keywords, these are the keywords of this lesson: drying, freezing, salting, vacuum packing, canning. Both the third lesson and fourth lesson, both you can write the same: preservatives, pasteurization. These are the keywords in this lesson. So that's all about today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.